What is YouTube? It is your boy Drew. Today we're back for another reaction. Today we're gonna be checking out my fault. The Soul of Sonic by Al the Boy, and this was recommended by Showtime Xavier. So hey, shout out to my boy in the comment section. And without further ado, let's get into it. Go subscribe to Al the Boy though.
Up to me saying, yo, you gotta play this Sonic game.
Okay.
Then I look at
I love his editing.
Sonic holding a sword.
I admire it. I admire it.
Come on, what's the deal with these storybook games, huh?
You gotta love the story, man.
They're weird, right? Conceptually, I mean, you read a book and then you say, okay, this shit is fire, but what if it had Sonic in it though? There's a very specific space that Sonic occupies where it's weird, but not too weird. Like there's a 6-foot-tall crocodile with his ninja chameleon buddy who work as detectives.
Right.
He's also gotta pay rent.
Right.
Dawn, I forgot to pay the electric bill for the office.
And Sonic has always strived on this weirdness. There's probably a real name for it, I don't know, but you don't gotta be a genius.
That's what I'm gonna say. I said like Sonic's weirdness has a charm to it. You know what I mean?
If any Sonic game
It's
goes
a
too
cool
much into
universe.
either direction, you notice it. It feels a little off. I think the inherent vibe of whether something feels Sonic-y enough is derived from that specific one-of-a-kind sense of wonder. From the worlds to the characters to the story.
I feel like I haven't gotten too into the weird Sonic games yet though.
First, we gotta talk about Spider-Man.
Okay. Spidey? In the cut?
So you know about the hero's journey, right? It's from this book called The Hero with a Thousand Faces by a dude named Joseph Campbell. He basically says that every tale follows a
he edited in this like Spider-Verse too.
specific structure, the hero's journey. He also said that
Is that the vibe he's going for?
whoever likes and subscribes has some big fat nuts. Really ahead of his time, this guy. Anyway. Now, that's kind of dumb because his initial framework was very strict and specific.
Right,
but I also
right.
can't deny its
Right.
prominence is fucking everywhere. There's a very high chance that your favorite story follows some kind of a hero's journey. It's just a pretty solid framework to use because essentially it's similar with the first act being the setup.
The setup.
Introduced to the characters, relationships, and the struggles.
So is he gonna start from the start of Sonic or the start of the Sonic game? He's gonna go through different Sonic games.
The inciting incident is what kicks everything off. Shit already hit the fan, bro. The status quo is gone and nowhere to go but Act 2. The confrontation
we
is where
straight
you
to Act
face
2.
the conflict directly and you fail over and over again. The theme just bashing you over the fucking head until it doesn't. By the time
It's kind of real though, because Sonic has to fight Eggman like 80 times.
And with one final climax, you're finished with your journey. And it's at this point that a lot of you are probably asking, Al, what the fuck does this have to do with Sonic? Well, that's the thing, it doesn't. Try this for a sec. Pick your favorite Sonic game and try to apply this to it. I don't think you can, because the principle.
You don't think you can?
Pick your favorite Sonic game and try to apply this to it.
The original Sonic. You start the journey. The initiation. Actually, wait. I don't know.
I don't think you can, because the principle of the hero's journey is a transformation from ordinary.
Okay, is he
to
saying like
special by
Sonic's
doing
just
something
entirely
or losing
different?
something else, and that's just not how Sonic stories work. Sonic doesn't make this journey. Heroes isn't about Sonic learning the value of friendship. It's about the.
Because realistically, yeah, Sonic has to fight Eggman a million times, but he doesn't really lose. You know what I mean?
Value of friendship, and we learn it through Sonic. You can't have him learn it all over again. He already knows it.
Right.
You can't teach him to slow down and smell the roses. He already does that.
Damn.
You see how every time they try to teach Sonic a lesson,
Are you
it's
basically
a
saying
little
Sonic's
forced.
him?
Teaching a lesson is absolutely fine, but using him as the conduit just won't work. It's the biggest pit you can fall into while you're writing Sonic. Understandably so. The hero's journey is so fucking ubiquitous. In fact, it's what a lot of adaptations do. They
Ubiquitous.
change Sonic's character for the journey to work. That's why
I like that word.
Archie or the movies for not being faithful is valid, but
Damn.
also kind of dumb because they're so far removed. Like they're clearly
I've never seen that.
accurate adaptations or canon, unless they are. Allegedly, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, focus. This is what we're talking about. Game Sonic, focus. The backbone of the hero's journey.
Alright, Game Sonic, we locked in.
Idea that every person goes through one of their own, and these stories help guide us through it. That's why it's so important for a Spider-Man story to be so human. It's a direct reflection of the ups and downs any person goes through, rather than one who embodies some central static value or ideal. Peter, or any other Spider-Man, embraces his humanity. All the shit he goes through is what makes him grow. It's what makes us grow.
Why is this feeling
Probably
kind of
not you
sad?
specifically. I think it's a metaphor.
Damn, that's such a good movie. I'm sorry. Whenever I see
gotta
Spider-Verse, that first one's
You're
so
not
good.
supposed to find Sonic relatable. Not on a personal level, anyway. Listen, Sonic is flawed. Sure, he's still a person, one who you can relate to. Everyone loves a chili dog, right? But then.
Hey, yo! Yeah, no, I've never... I don't think I've once found Sonic relatable. He's the fastest... He's a hedgehog. He's the fastest one. And he's kind of just... Sonic's just kind of him.
Main appeal of his character
I'm not
isn't
him.
whether you can fit in his shoes.
I'm not that
you
guy.
Like Peter because you relate to his struggles and seeing
Right.
him overcome them
Right.
inspires you to do the same. Sonic inspires you by existing.
When I was 15
Damn.
years old, I had
That's-
a very important person in my life.
that was
come to
kinda
me and say,
clean.
Who's your hero? And I said, it's me in 10 years.
Mmm.
So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. She said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day,
Just
every
keep
week,
chasing
every
something.
month, and every year of my life, my hero's always 10 years away. I'm never going to be my
Right.
hero.
Right.
I'm not going to attain that. I know I'm not. And that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing.
We're never gonna be Sonic. But we can keep chasing. Hey. Hey. Like I said, this dude Al, please go subscribe to him. He's
So, you
go
know how to
editor.
write Sonic. Great.
Go
You're
storyteller.
already ahead, buddy. Put him in a story then. Yeah, motherfucker, you do it then. If it's so easy, what's the plot, huh? You do it. Sonic is
I didn't
versatile
say
as
nothing.
fuck. You can put him anywhere, literally anywhere. When Naoto Oshima calls Sonic a fairy, he's not being cute and gay. I can say that. It doesn't matter where or when or how big or small
Right.
the problem is. Sonic will show up when you need him. That random moment.
dude's
of
literally just a
confidence,
hero.
A stroke of brilliance, a shining ray of hope, a fairy.
You love to see it.
Pretty awesome when you start seeing this. It's exactly what some of my favorite stories do. It's why Sonic's supporting cast and random one-off companions are so important because they're really the ones.
That's what I've
taking the
noticed.
spotlight.
That's
Silver's
what I've
story
noticed.
is about Silver, Shadow's about Shadow, but Sonic's about Elise. The story is
Right.
about whoever Sonic's with, and through him, the companion is inspired to do whatever they need to do for the story. You know, whatever the theme is. This is where you just empty
What I'm getting from this is like literally Sonic, some type of angelic being, bruh.
out all the development and the character arcs you want. But remember, Sonic himself doesn't change. A character arc happens because the way a character exists initially is challenged. Their core convictions fail them, making it so they have to experience change. Now, do they have to change? Not necessarily.
I remember
A
that
character
boss
arc
fight.
doesn't have to be an arc like this, it can be like this. But none of this shit even matters when you're talking about Sonic, because his convictions are never challenged in the first place. That's what being static means. It doesn't mean he's flawless. It means when you're dealing with a super complex character like Shadow, there's a lot of drama you can get out of his mindset and conviction,
Right.
even if he sticks to them. With Sonic, he doesn't even give a fuck. Forget changing. This motherfucker is never even tempted because his
Dude.
convictions are what drive the story forward, not the other way around.
Yeah, has Sonic ever
He's the
struggled?
one who inspires change. We literally have so many characters.
And that's very true with Tails. Like that boss fight they showed earlier from Sonic Adventure 1. Like that whole boss fight is literally just my boy Tails being like, I gotta do something for Sonic. You know what I mean?
For that specific reason. But I'm sorry, okay? I'm being anal.
Tails
about
hella
this.
looks up to
I
him.
apologize. I'm just saying, okay? It's really important to keep
I
in
get your
mind
point, though.
that
I get your point,
Sonic
though.
Isn't serialized. I know we like to pretend that there's this grand overarching story with an intricate timeline and world building.
That actually explains why he like doesn't kill Eggman.
Man,
He
come
just
on.
knows he can deal with this stuff every time.
Serialized implies that there's some kind of ending or conclusion we're moving towards, right? Like Avatar or Gravity Falls, where a story
Right.
definitively ends.
Shadow Gravity Falls and Avatar.
Sonic just isn't this. We're gonna get Sonic games until he stops making money, or the movies take over, which is equally as bad. I think it's beautiful when I finish a Sonic game and turn off the TV.
Sonic ain't
These
never gonna stop making
characters,
money,
these
y'all.
worlds, they don't stop existing. They live on without me. And the next time I come back, they're right there with a new adventure, new twist, and new ways to utilize these characters that I come back for. That's
Exactly.
the basis of episodic storytelling. Like, if someone asks you, hey man, I really want to get into Sonic, where should I start? You don't tell them to play them in order, like they can, but fucking they're not gonna miss anything. Like they put up Sonic 3, like, yo, what the fuck?
That's like exactly what I'm doing right now on my channel. We playing all the Sonic games in order, so that's pretty funny. It's nice to know I don't have to. I'm still gonna though. 'Cause why not?
Unless it's explicitly a follow-up, episodic stories give you everything you need to know at the start.
Right.
Dude,
It's Marceline, the vampire queen.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's why it's so important for everyone to always be in character. Because
Oh, isn't this that one game they dropped, Murder of Sonic?
Get a wrong impression, go on the internet and start fighting with some fucking nerd like me. Now I gotta deal with this shit. Adventure Time, Lupin, Seinfeld, Bebop, SpongeBob. It doesn't matter what episode you jump in. An episodic series doesn't rely on his copy. Now Sonic, get a wrong shit. Adventure Time, Lupin, Seinfeld.
I don't know if I agree with that for Adventure Time.
Bebop, SpongeBob. It doesn't matter what episode you jump in. An episodic series doesn't rely
If you're only watching early Adventure Time, but if you go to like late Adventure Time, you're gonna be so confused.
on
Or
his
you're just gonna be like, it feels like a trip.
continuity. Now, obviously, we have story arcs over multiple episodes, or the fact that you just get more enjoyment out of being a fan. But for the most part, every story stands on its own.
Right.
Hey, long time no see. How you been? Oh,
Essentially saying like
Me?
Sonic's a
I'm still
new
me.
journey every time. Which, you know,
Enough chit
I
chat.
mess with.
We'll catch up on the way. Come on, let's get this party started.
Hey. I love the edits, man. Like, come on. Keep them coming. Damn. This dude's like what? Like a Sonic poet.
God, fucking damn, bro, we're here. Finally, I gotta talk about what I think is the perfect structure for a Sonic story. Kishotenketsu
I'm
is
excited.
described as this mysterious, superior method of storytelling from the East. The structure with no conflict used in literature, such as rent a girlfriend.
Dark times.
I'll give you my explanation because I don't think any of this shit is helpful. To put it simply, Kishotenketsu is the art of the 4-panel comic. Beginning, development, twist, conclusion. That's it. It's not some mythical fucking Eastern way of living. It's a simple rhetorical device they used in poems in ancient China. And since then, we've been using it in comics, movies, and even game design. It's literally how they make Mario games. You get a power-up, you learn how it works, then there's a twist, and you finish the level with it. It's amazing.
Okay,
how
so
it
we're counting
delivered.
something
So
like
you
that
can
as a
imagine how
twist. I
fun
thought
it
you meant
would be
like a
to
story
write
twist.
using this as a structure. So,
I mean, I feel like most stories do.
you
Right?
need a guidebook for this intro. Just drop me into the world. Whatever's going on, it doesn't matter. It's especially easy with Sonic since most of the time it's
He's
his
eating glizzies.
perspective,
Oh.
and he's really charming and cool. There's always something
Right.
to on with any
Right.
conflict that he faces. And yes, there is conflict. Obviously, Sonic still has battle shown in DNA.
Of course.
Most of this shit is conflict. It's just that the conflict.
My
is
dude's always
implied
running a
the
fade.
story. The planet breaks in Unleash, and that's a conflict Sonic deals with. But that's just the plot. It's not what the story is about. So the game doesn't treat it as this big emotional thing. Instead, it shifts its focus to Chip and his story because he is the emotional anchor of this whole thing. Me wanting to explore the themes completely hinges on me being invested in whatever setting you put me in. So first impressions, vibes, tone, intrigue. It's really important for the opening scene to be impactful.
Is this some type of thing like Sonic's, like obviously, like, I don't know if I'm thinking too deeply. Is Sonic supposed to like represent us? Like we're as Sonic because the story is not really about Sonic, but we are Sonic. We're playing as Sonic. We're going through this journey with somebody else that's about somebody else, you know, the side protagonist. You know, something like that? Is that what this is supposed to be meaning? Like Sonic's literally, we're Sonic in the game. Like, I mean, obviously we're playing as him, but you guys get what I mean? I don't know. That's the way I'm thinking about it.
Key is where most of the story happens, and it is not exciting at all. It just consists of you taking in the world, using whatever the plot is to explore both the setting and the characters. It's one of the reasons why
go around and
Sonic
have fun.
X is really fucking boring because it has a show.
Okay, I was gonna say, I feel like I loved Sonic X when I was younger.
It can afford to take its
I don't remember
time
which one I
before
watched. I might have watched
everything
Sonic
goes
Underground.
crazy, but
I always
almost the
forget.
entirety of season 1 is a slice of life anime. You know, every
I don't
story
mind that.
technically is. It's just that Sonic's life is really exciting.
Mm.
You know how they say Ghibli movies don't have plots? Like nothing happens?
Yeah, Totoro sucks. I think that's boring as shit.
Not my goal.
Damn.
Not my goal.
Never watched.
If you're
Never watched. My
actively
fault.
looking for the thing to happen, you're not gonna see it because this is it.
Damn. He was in these emotional modes, bro. I'm not trying to cry on the
Is it
channel,
boring?
man.
It maybe, but before I know it, oh shit, I'm crying over trees
Right.
again. What? This is terrible writing
It's
advice,
peaceful.
but it really is just vibes and
Vibes.
feelings
Right.
and shit.
Yeah.
Everything goes
Love
as
it.
you'd expect. Nothing even really changes. You just spend time in this world as it is and was before you got
Am
here.
I the only one who doesn't mind that though? I mean,
My
clearly
favorite episode
other
of
people,
Sonic
because
X is about Sonic
you play
pitching
it.
a meeting with the president so he can take his friend to this island she really wants to see, but can't.
why not?
That's the whole episode.
No.
And it ends with Sonic watching as her father decides to make more time for her,
Aw,
like a guardian angel, right when you need him the most.
damn.
Essentially,
Sonic
it's
really that guy, bro.
06. Another story where nothing happens. Thematically speaking, it's about Sonic helping this girl with a burden bestowed upon her, all the while moving through this much more exciting plot, because 06 is not about Netflix, it's not about time travel or the world ending. It's about Elise learning to let go, to not be a slave to her responsibilities as a princess, and to be free.
Damn.
That freedom, that's Sonic. He's the literal
her dad kinda
personification
messed up,
of the
though,
theme, as
from
he
what I've
often
seen.
is. It's admittedly
She was like
very
6,
fucking funny
7.
how different Sonic's story is from Shadow and Silver, because it focuses on this one girl's personal struggles where all the cool shit's going on in the background, but
Dang.
in essence, that's the point. The better half of the story is spent on making you invested in these characters, laying the groundwork for what's to come.
Damn. Damn. Hey. That dude big in 06? That ain't 06.
For what's to come.
Okay, I think he's showing clips from different Sonic games. I really thought Sonic Big was in 06. I didn't know that. Yeah, he's showing clips from different stuff. Oh my goodness. Dude. I love the way this dude edits, man.
Stories by. Think of Metal Sonic.
glazing.
Heroes, Gerald's plan being revealed in SA2.
Gerald
Something that
Robotnik.
shakes up the narrative to the point where everything before it just seems pointless.
Right.
But it's not. Because the whole point of 10 is to test your emotional connection to the characters by turning everything you know upside down. The
Damn.
harmony you established, every foreshadowing, every bomb you planted in show blows up.
Jeez.
And not necessarily in the form of a plot twist. It can be as simple as revealing something that puts everything you went through to a new perspective. That's
Oh,
why
it's
I
just
don't
flip.
like calling it
It's a
twist.
twist.
I
Oh.
prefer chaos.
You first calling it
To a new
chaos.
perspective. That's why I don't like calling it.
That kind of sounds like a twist to me, though. I guess it doesn't twist the whole thing, but it kind of just, yeah, changes the
Twist, I
perspective.
prefer,
Perspective, right?
chaos.
My fault for the stuttering. I can't speak today. I had a long day, y'all.
Sonic Adventure's whole marketing revolves around this one sequence, and it doesn't even happen until after every campaign is already finished. Like, you see the fucking credits, bro, and then the game hits you in the head with the biggest thing it has to offer.
Oh
The
my
very
God.
fact that there's even a story.
Rest in
after
peace, all those
the
people in
credits
Sonic
roll,
Adventure
is
1.
kind of a twist. You notice how a lot of Sonic games end more than once? It's the whole thing with the final story. Yeah, you're finished with your little hoverboard tournament. Fucking aliens. You thought you'd be
Honestly, I love that about Sonic, that there's always a final story. I mean, not always, but in the games that I played, there's been a final story, and I love that.
evil plan. That's sweet.
Execution via firing squad.
Because it's something to look forward to.
Now generational trauma has
To connect
manifested
everything,
itself in the form of a
close
sun
everything.
god. Attack on Titan has like 6 cities. You spend an entire campaign basically vibing, then shit hits the fan. The funny thing is foreshadowing isn't even necessary. It can be some dumb shit, and if you're good enough, the audience just rolls with it because it's fun and cool. You can
Right.
you can write this part first and then work backwards to make it airtight.
It's flip-flop the
fucking
order.
awesome. Ketsu
Hey.
is the aftermath of the twist and how the characters deal with it.
Right.
It doesn't have to be some big ass climax. The thing is,
It is.
this is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hey! Facts, they always end it with the Big
Get
Bang.
heart
You need
though,
that, Sonic.
okay? Underneath all this cool shit is a deconstruction of our themes, just like any good shonen. Sonic Adventure wouldn't hit nearly as hard if we didn't actually witness why Chaos was so pissed off in the first place. A lot of these bittersweet resolutions work because of how well they're set up in subversions.
Facts. He's
It's
actually
why
spin.
Even though Shadow came back, his death still hits because the game is dedicated to show him off as much as possible before resolving it.
Right, I still, to this day, I just don't really get the whole point of Shadow thinking she would want him to kill everyone.
With him. Now compare him to like Sage, who the game just expects you to have an emotional attachment to just because she's cool, and then she dies. And I'm like, damn, bro, I barely know this kid.
Damn.
It's like going to a random guy's funeral. Like, is it sad? Fuck, I guess. Going back to the storybook.
Yeah, it's still sad because somebody died. I guess they're just throwing that out there, like somebody's dead. That's still sad, but like obviously,
Secret Rings barely has
ain't
an
gonna
ending,
hit.
and it's fucking sick. I keep going back to these games because they're the most literal representation of a Sonic story.
Right.
As he literally falls out of the fucking sky into this pre-existing conflict.
It starts out so random.
The inciting incident. The plot doesn't happen to him. He happens.
He is the plot. Sonic is the plot. That's hilarious. That's a good way to describe it. Everything's surrounded by Sonic. Hey, hey, hey. Man, beautiful. I think that's raps.
So, the legendary Blue Hedgehog, having saved the world of the Arabian Nights, ran endlessly until he found his way back into his own world. Along the way, he had many adventures. But those are stories for another time.
Yeah, we beat the bad guy, but we still have shit to deal with. Not everything is fixed like that. And that's okay. We tried our best, and that's all that matters. This world will go on even after we stop watching, just like how it existed before we came into it. It's that realism I talked about again. Because you don't often
poet.
get closure for things, but you know it's gonna be okay.
You know it's gonna be okay.
You've done it before. What's another challenge?
Damn.
Don't worry about it.
Damn.
You've lived so far.
This dude a genuine poet. This dude is a genuine poet. Like, golly, bro. Shout out Al the Boy Gal. Please go subscribe to him. I like this video. Honestly, yeah, I just love the way. I love your videos. I love you. I'm actually a massive fan. Like the way you do the little montages, the music choice, the editing, the script writing. Obviously you have to write a script for something like this. Yeah, you stay cooking, bro. You stay cooking. Cause sometimes when people do videos like this, sometimes they feel a little bit cringe. Nah, you do it perfectly. You literally do it perfectly. So, y'all, please go subscribe to him. I'm sorry for all the reactions lately. I am just so like busy. So I just get on and I try to get these done when I can in a day. Everything will be back to normal soon. I promise. I promise. Love you guys so much. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share, react to more of his videos. Is there another one out there? And again, shout out to Xavier Showtime for the recommendation. See ya.